Hello, Jude here with McLaren Boston, and this is a very thorough video overview of the 2023 Aston Martin DBX707. I call it a super SUV because that's exactly what it is. 707 PS, which is how the English measure horsepower. 690 and change, I believe, in American horsepower. So very, very impressive. The 707 trim also gets more aggressive aero and sportier styling. Not just a power bump. It really is a comprehensive overhaul of the DBX platform. Look at this paint. It is ridiculous. I just gave it a wash myself. I'm not a professional detailer, nor do I play one on TV, so please excuse any water droplets or streaks that you might see. I can assure you that the Aston is in exceptional condition. Take a look at how the sun hits that paint. Amazing metallic. I can assure you that my detail team will take really good care of it when they prep it for delivery, so it will look even better. The entire front end of the DBX is covered in PPF, paint protection film. This is a clear film that goes on the front bumper, the fenders, and the entire hood, or bonnet as they say in the UK. So it's nice to see that the previous owner cared about the car enough to protect the front end. Quite the investment for good PPF. Let's take a close look at all four wheels. These are the stunning two-tone diamond cut wheels from Aston Martin. Really, really cool look. They are wrapped in Pirelli Scorpion Zeros. It's a high performance street tire from Pirelli. There we go, and now we're gonna do the front passenger side. The paint protection film is doing a really good job of protecting the front end. I mean, that's what it's for. And again, excuse any streaks or water droplets here, but I want you to get a good look of how this paint really sparkles in the sun. It's ridiculous. And then in the shade, because the base paint is black with this crazy blue metallic over it, it looks so dark, so glossy. You can see my reflection in it. Hello there. Very, very cool. It's got Aston Martin's now signature ducktail here in the back. So it kicks up like that's very, very cool. The LED tail lamps wrap up that way. 707 also has this really aggressive lower rear spoiler. Quad exhaust in the back with black exhaust tips. Satin finish. It's just so good. That satin finish on the exhaust tips matches the black parts of the wheels, which I think is a really, really nice touch. And then up here you have this amazing carbon fiber trim on this roof spoiler up there. Like, oh my god, look at that. It's ridiculous. I cannot get over it. Let's open the back here so you can see the trunk space, because again, it's a super SUV, but it's still an SUV. Hello and goodbye. My reflection there. Plenty of room, plenty of space. You have this privacy cover, which is wrapped in amazing leather. You can flip down the rear seats from here, so if you're putting long things in, you can, like golf clubs or, I don't know, fishing poles, hunting equipment, whatever you're doing. And then here on this side, I'm not sure if it's gonna do it now because I haven't started the car in a little bit, but you can raise or lower the ride height of the Aston from the back. So if you have something large and heavy that you're trying to load in and it would be helpful to lower it, you can do that. There it goes. It just dropped down. It's even lower in the back now, just to make it easier. And then you can lift it back up if you want. Hold it down. Nope, now it's not gonna do it because it doesn't want to drain the battery. But I'll start the car up and we'll play with the suspension settings anyway. It is an air suspension system. There are varying ride heights that depend on your driving mode that you're in. Very cool. You have these frameless door windows, which is incredible. It's a ridiculous look in a good way. Like, it's an SUV. Who does this? You expect that in a sports car or a supercar. And because it's an Aston, it still has swan doors. So the doors just don't just open out. They actually kick up a little bit to help you clear the curb. Very on brand for Aston. Let's close that. Interior, absolutely ridiculously good. I'm actually gonna go to wide view here. There we go. The quality of the materials and the stitching, how everything's constructed, it is incredible. You have this supple leather everywhere with these really elaborate stitching patterns. You have carbon fiber trim in between. Stitched Aston Martin wing logo on all the headrests. It's so good. Little touch here. You have the controls there for the rear passengers, some USB power outlets as well. Here's this door. Again, just the quality is ridiculous. And the condition, obviously. It's amazing. This car is in fantastic shape. Let's look at the front. Driver's door. I love that the quality of the materials in the front and the back of the cabin are the same. It's not like they made the driver seat or the front two seats really good and then cheaped out on the rest. It really is comprehensively good throughout the cabin. And this is sort of what Aston Martin's known for. Yes, they're an English company, so they have that characteristic, but their trademark really is the quality and the craftsmanship of their interiors, not just their engineering savvy or their designs, which are very beautiful and very distinct. Incredible car. All of this carbon fiber is fantastic. Okay, without further ado, let's go ahead and start up the car. Press the button with the foot down. Instrument cluster lights up, and forgive me, I was interrupted by this amazing carrier who's here to pick up a car going to California. But yeah, so let's clear this alert about the checking the occupants in the back seat. Okay, here we go. Here's your instrument cluster. TAC, driving mode. You see the -1 that tells us what suspension height we are in. The gear that you're in. Here's your TAC. Oh, sorry, that's speedometer. This is TAC. Driving assistance information is there because it does have the driving assistance features, the adaptive cruise control, lane tracking assist, all that stuff is there. So the way that you change the drive modes, you can do it with this dial here, or you can change individual settings like the suspension, the exhaust, ride height, but I'm just going to use the dial for now to show you the different driving modes. We can put it into individual, which is like a custom mode. We can go to terrain, which will lift up the suspension. You can see the graphic there. We can go to GT, which is kind of like the normal mode. There's nothing normal about an Aston Martin, so it's called GT. We can go to Sport. It's exactly what it sounds like. And then we can go to Sport Plus, which is a more aggressive version of Sport. And I'm not sure if it's coming through on the video, but you can hear the engine note change, the exhaust note changes because the exhaust goes into Sport and Sport Plus mode, which is great. And you can do those things individually here, even if you're in comfort mode. If you want a little bit more noise, if you want a firmer suspension, you can see that there. Ride height is here too, so you can control that separately. It's very, very good, very, very cool. And there at the bottom, 2,074 miles, that's 70 miles the car has on it at the moment. Keep in mind, that'll probably be a couple more because my service department always does a final check before the car leaves. And we'd also have to top off the gas tank there too. Not a problem. On the steering wheel, you have your driver assistance stuff here, phone controls. On this side here, we're controlling that screen. So we can go here and pull up different information, and I'm just using this button and switch cluster here to do that. You can do radio, media, phone, pull up your assistance info, which is cool. So that's showing the distance between you and the cars in front of you. Fantastic. Amazing high quality paddle shifters here. If you can hear that. Very, very good. I'm gonna go back to wide view to give you the full effect. It's such a good cabin. It's so good. Let's fire up the infotainment screen and take a look. I'm gonna press the power button here. And you can see right away the Aston Martin logo come up again as a loading screen. Yes, 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 we won't crash while we're using this, don't worry. Apple CarPlay, there you go, that is very important. And the way that you control this screen is with this button and dial cluster here. So I can go home, back, I turn the dial to scroll around. You can use this as a swiping pad. You can use this as well. So you can kind of decide for yourself if you want to swipe or if you want to turn the dial, how you want to control your screen. We can go to navigation here. There you go, there's your built-in map if your phone's not connected with CarPlay, but otherwise, you know, use Apple Maps, Google Maps, Waze, whatever it is that you like. Radio, all that stuff is controlled there. So let's go here. Here's the radio information. Does have Sirius XM. The trial is currently active, so you can put it on your account if you'd like to continue Sirius XM after the trial ends. Down here, you have heat and AC controls. This is your climate. If I press the menu button, we go to the climate menu here. Or you can just use these switches, these controls here, and you can see the temperature change as I changed it there. You can put the car into independent temperature mode where, there you go, the passenger has a different temperature than the driver. Or if we want, we can control the fan speed, all that stuff here. Very, very easy to use. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on auto, and we'll set the temperature to, you know, a decent 72, or 71 rather. You can match the temperatures back up if you'd like. It's all very easy to use. Here are your ventilated and heated seat controls for both the driver and the passenger. And it's nice that you can use heating and ventilation at the same time, because in a lot of cars you can't. They make you choose one or the other. There we are. Very, very cool. Parking assistance is here. Parking sensors are here. Let's press that there. It's gonna give us this. This is how the car guides you into parking spaces, which is great. I'm gonna turn that off. I'm gonna put the car in reverse so you can see the camera system, which is very, very good. It has surround view, so it's got the 4 cameras all the way around. Really, really high quality screens. And then you can even change the view using the dial here. If I wanna go to here, if I wanna look at the sides, if I wanna look at the front. There you go, there's your wide angle for the front. And then back to the park assist, which is very cool. I'm just gonna go back here. Reverse, neutral, drive, that's all there. Very, very good. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff that I haven't covered yet. This is more of a basic overview rather, of the interior features. Here's your owner's manual. I more so want to get into the condition than anything else. Up here at the top, you have a nice microfiber shade, which you can control like this. And there is your panoramic roof. Absolutely stunning. Huge piece of glass. It just keeps going and going and going. There it is. Very, very nice. It is tinted, so it'll protect you from getting too hot. Or you can just, of course, close the shade. Like so. Little touches too. Very Aston Martin. The grab handles are fantastic. Your sun visors are amazing. Leather stitched. You have this suede insert here for the inner visor, which you can use like so. All the lighting at night is amazing. Absolutely ridiculous. You can go into the settings of the car here. Let's go to vehicle and control all this stuff. Light settings. We can go into ambient lighting. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it here, but there's so many different colors that you can use for your interior lighting. Again, at night is when the interior lights up. Right now during the day, it's not going to be so great. You can go into the system settings here and control all of this stuff and more. Again, lots to cover. I could talk about it all day, but you know, I hope that this is a thorough enough look at the interior of the car. Absolutely beautiful. And again, in incredibly good shape. Just some regular, normal patina, because it is really, really beautiful, supple leather, but it is in exceptional condition. Let me hop out here. Excuse the noise of the truck there, but we're gonna take one final look at the exterior of the Aston Martin. If you need a closer look at anything whatsoever, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm more than happy to send you more photos or videos or whatever it is that you need to see. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen and watch this video. I hope that it was helpful. Again, please let me know if you need a closer look at anything at all in particular. But that's all for now. Goodbye.